so as we all know, Easter's coming up, so I've been invited to Shenanigans to do the blessing. I've got my collar on. Can you see my collar all right? Okay, so I thought I'd share a little inside story on how the Vatican works. Apparently they needed to get a new cardinal, so the college cardinals all went out and put out the advertisement. Everybody who wished to be a new cardinal could apply. So they did their job diligently as they should. They came up with 3 of the best potentials. Am I moving? This good? So they came up with the 3 best candidates for the Pope, because the Pope don't have time to fuck around. Excuse me. The Pope doesn't have time to mess around. So the first contestant comes in, the first applicant, the Pope, says, I know you've been through a rigorous interview process. I will have one question for you, and what is the true meaning of Easter? You can almost see by the body language of this first applicant that he was relieved because he'd been studying. He says, I know the answer to this. He goes, that's once a year, children dress up in little costumes. They go from door to door, ring the bell, and say, trick or treat. Pope says, thank you very much. The interview's over. I'll call you. They exit the young man. Pope, of course, keeps his holiness. He doesn't blow up on his staff. He just understands things because that's where he's at. He goes, I'd like to interview the second potential applicant. They bring in number 2. Number 2 comes in. Pope says, I'm going to explain the same thing. You've been through the process. I only have one question, true meaning of Easter. Fellow says, yes, that's when a guy, a jolly guy, dresses up in red. He's got a long white beard. He goes from house to house, goes down the chimney, delivers presents to all the boys and girls. He says, thank you very much. I will call you later. Pope then at this point is a little frustrated. He has his, the sub-panel says, you know, Pope, we've really saved the best to last. Don't worry, this guy's going to be the man for this new position. In comes the third fellow. He's obviously been in the program for many years. He looks absolutely perfect. Pope says, got one question, true meaning of Easter. Fellow says, yes, that's when Jesus Christ was crucified and died for our sins. He was taken from the cross, put in a cave. Everyone came back 3 days later. He came out, saw his shadow, and said there'd be 2 more weeks of winter. Thank you very much. Oh, and bless the place.